Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you, come along and see it's true.
Perfect. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my first guest, the one and only Jens Bergensten. Jens, hi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Great to have you on the show here, Jens. You know, since I first started doing this show, we always wanted to get you on as a guest. It's been kind of a dream of mine. I got to tell you, Jens, first of all, Jens Bergensten, I got to say, I am a big fan. And what is it that you do?
Well, my title is lead creative designer. I'm
lead creative designer.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
So I've been kind of a lead developer of Minecraft for 6 years now, since the first Minecon.
Wow. So in that position, do you get to decide everything that happens?
No, not really.
Okay.
Of course, when it comes to the Minecraft game design, my words matter.
Yeah.
But I'm a very Swedish person. I always look for consensus, so that we have.
You're always looking for the consensus of the group. You don't want to just take over.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, we have a huge community that always have lots of great ideas, and that influences us a lot.
So right, so it's a very interactive. There's kind of like an ongoing dialogue, if you will.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's important to really listen to those people in the community and the people you work with as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
You sound like a great leader. We could use some leadership. I mean, in the world, in Minecraft. Listen. How did you get involved, Jens, with Minecraft? What's your origin story?
Well, I got involved when Marcus, who created the game, Marcus, who is known as Notch, he had to quit his day job to work on Minecraft full time, and it's growing really fast. And he formed Mojang, like to take care of Minecraft.
Yeah.
But the idea we had was like Minecraft had peaked. So he was looking for people to work on new games.
Oh, so he brought you in not to work on Minecraft.
No.
He was like, Minecraft is already set. We're good with that. Please come and work on some new games.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what happened?
Well, that didn't happen, more or less.
You just worked on Minecraft.
Well, yeah, there was so much to do on Minecraft, so I started helping out with that. And like when I started working at Mojang, it had sold 700,000 copies.
Yeah.
Just a few months later, it was 1 million, and a year later it was 2. So like it was just taking off.
That's
yeah,
and it's just been like a global phenomenon. And obviously the fans around the world and the fans here are super excited, and it is such a great community, and you guys obviously do such a great job of taking care of that community. I know from my own experience, my kids are playing or they're watching YouTubers around Minecraft all the time. I'm one of those dads who's like, turn it down. But it is fun to see them get super excited about, and I wanted. They've always got so many questions. I know a lot of you guys out there have questions that you would love to ask Jens, but it's my turn. And but I always think about, like, what are those things? Like, what are the possibilities? Because it does seem like Minecraft has no limit. It's almost like you could do anything. And so I know that for my own kids, it's always like, what could you build? Is there could you build like a, what would be some new update that would be crazy? Could you get like a flower that shoots out of a rocket that you can, whatever? What are the limitations?
No, you're right. Like almost anything goes, and we always want to update and add new stuff to Minecraft. Mm-hmm. We have kind of settled on like the core Minecraft that we call the vanilla Minecraft. That's like a fantasy adventure game. So we kind of try to stay to that theme, but there are like mods and add-ons and everything that moves beyond that. But every day, not like every year, we want to like improve the vanilla gameplay as well.
Yeah.
So
does it seems to me, do you guys spend a lot of your time thinking about, like, talk about trying to think outside the block? Guys, it's my show, okay? We're on my time. This is a great mug. Right? $10.99. God, not water. So, do you guys spend a lot of your time thinking, like, trying to figure out new ways to outsmart yourselves? Like, what are those kind of those sessions like where you're spitballing what the new updates are going to be?
Yeah, like it's kind of funny because after every big update we've done, I'm kind of like, what do I do now?
Yeah,
like,
right.
What's next? Because you've been focused on one update.
And people want more. Too.
Yeah, of course. So sometimes I get inspiration from things that I see, like movies, and other video games, or even just walking around in the street.
Yeah.
But many times I just sit down and have like a really intense Minecraft session and try to feel out what areas can we expand upon next. And it's kind of funny, like one of the updates we did this year, the World of Colors, was actually inspired because I just saw this beautiful like terracotta floor, like Moroccan tiling.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at the tiles and I saw like, hey, wait a second, it's just one tile that they rotated around and it created these really, really nice patterns. And I thought, hey, we can do that in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So that created like, we now have this really colorful blocks, and then we like, oh, we can build a whole theme around this.
You've created an entire generation of people who spend most of the day going, hey, you could do that in Minecraft. You know?
Yeah,
like a global
definitely.
army of, but it's great, it's so inspirational. And so I know that you've got a lot of really exciting new updates that you might want to be able to talk about a little bit.
Yeah.
Walk us through some of these exciting updates that are coming.
So now when we have the Java edition and we have the bedrock editions, like all caught up. So next year we're going to release the update on all platforms at the same time, more or less, not maybe on the same day, but more or less at the same time.
Yeah.
And the next update, that's going to be the update Aquatic.
Update Aquatic. Wow. So tell us a little bit about some of the... What do we got here? Wow, that's so cool. So what is this? You want to talk a little bit about these?
We'll wait after the clip.
Sure. That looks so cool. And judging by the fan reaction, people are going to be super excited about this. Why don't you walk us through this update a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So we were talking backstage about the bubble columns. Like there were a lot of questions about them. What do they actually do? And a lot of these changes we're doing are of course just we're prototyping. Like textures and graphics can change, and all those, even behaviors may change when we start snapshotting and testing things out with the community. But one thing is that many of these will affect the way water works in Minecraft. And one thing is that items will now start floating on the surface, and a bubble column which is created by these magma blocks, they're gonna like break the buoyancy of water, so everything will fall down into them. So if there will be like ravines underwater with these magma blocks. So when you're riding a boat, suddenly the boat might start shaking. You have to like get back to a solid surface again, or you will fall down into the ocean. But mainly, we're interested to see how this can be used in various contraptions.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And then we are adding a new weapon called the trident.
The trident.
Yeah.
I love that.
So it's a weapon you can do both in melee and you can throw it. But as you saw in the clip, like if you throw it, you lost your weapon.
Lost
right?
the weapon.
Yeah. That's
so you're weaponless. So throwing the weapon doesn't seem like a good idea.
No, definitely not. So there's a special enchantment for tridents called loyalty that makes it come back. Like
nice.
Hammer.
Loyalty.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to get that.
And there's also a bunch of other enchantments for it. Like one is it's called Riptide, that when you're swimming and you throw the trident, it's like a dashing, so you get like a push forward.
Oh, like a little push forward. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun because you can, if you're at the surface and you throw it up, you jump like a dolphin.
Oh, nice.
And one fun thing that Dinabone suggested was that it only works in water, but we made it now also works when it's raining. So it's like have you ever like, yes, it's raining in Minecraft? No, but now you're like, yes, it's raining. You take on your elytra and you throw the trident and you just swoop away.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That sounds fun.
Yes, and then we have the coral and the kelp, and we have the actual fish. And this is like to add more variety into the oceans and more things to see. And also, like in the video clip, you saw coral and kelp right next to each other, but they're going to be separated because we're going to have ocean biomes, so warm and cold oceans with different type of terrain.
Oh, wow.
And all the fish that you currently fish as items, they will exist as proper fish. So we have like a salmon and tropical fish and clownfish and puffer fish and etc. I guess. Forgot some.
Good. That was good knowledge.
Yes, and for Minecraft players, this will work similar to bats. They will come and go. But if you catch one with a bucket, you will get a bucket with water and fish in it, and you can put this out, and this is going to be like a persistent fish. So you can use it to build aquariums in your houses, and you will keep your fish. Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Don't forget to feed them.
Yeah. And then I mentioned changes to the water physics, and primarily what we want to do is to be able to build with slabs and stairs and fences underwater without getting in these weird air pockets. Like that's the objective we're trying to solve. But then it also kind of makes sense that you have like more proper water movement through these blocks. And we are aware that this will come with a lot of like new behaviors. So we're gonna try things out and see how it works. But like the main goal is to make it easier to build underwater.
So yeah, right. So it's going to be that's so cool, and it'll kind of evolve over time as you use it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have like more underwater terrain with the shipwrecks and icebergs. So it's going to be more variation in the ocean terrains, things to find, and
an iceberg.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And there will be more different treasures to find, which brings me to dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
I mean, how excited is everybody for the dolphin?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
So, well, like in every update, we try to introduce like one new animal mob, and the dolphins will actually help you in the oceans to find treasure. They will help you guide players.
Oh, really? Oh, they're
Yeah,
friendly.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And this is just like a sneak peek of things coming. We have way more features related to the update Aquatic.
Yeah.
So you will see more announcements.
Yeah, more announcements coming out sometime in the next year.
Yes.
That's so cool. I love the dolphins are great. It's nice to have a sense of porpoise. Well, Jens, this has been a fascinating interview, but I want the results of the first ever Minecraft mob vote. How would I be able to do that, do you think? Oh wait, you know what? I got it. This worked before. Check this out. There it is, yep. I knew it. Boo-booey, everyone.
Hello!
Here he is with the results.
You know, this really is the best talk show, Will.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have right here the hard-earned vote for the next mob that goes into Minecraft. Jens, will you do the honors?
Yes, please.
Oh, please don't be La La Land again. Please do not be La La Land.
And the winner is Mob B.
Oh man. That is so great, and that, of course, that was my favorite mob from the very beginning. My votes probably pushed it over the edge. That was the one I.
Yeah, well, actually, it was a fairly close race, so I think your vote might have been.